Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. 5:03. I'd like to call this meeting to order. We'll start with roll call. Present.
Present.
Present. Here.
Present.
Present.
Okay. We'll go to the next item, item number 2. This is a public hearing for citizen participation on the accomplishments and utilization of the Community Development Block Grants for 2017 Action Plan allocation.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Raul Garza, your Grants Management and Community Development Director. The purpose of this hearing is to present to the community our annual plan for our CDBG monies that we received this past fiscal year. What happens is HUD requires us to do a report of all the monies that we received and how we put them into use and how they were distributed and what were the results of it, some performance measures. And we create this booklet that is there. And one of the HUD requirements is for us to go out there, present it to the community, do a 15-day comment period, allow them to come and say, you know what you put in there is correct. We'd like to add this, we'd like to take this. Some of this is not correct. And then after that, we finish it up. We include the comments from that on this plan. We include those comments from the community in there if there are any. And so after that, we finished up. We send it off, and they review it. And then if there's anything that needs added or subtracted, we'll deal with HUD on that. But today is we're getting towards the end of the 15-day comment period, and this is mandatory that we conduct this hearing. At the moment, we have one individual that signed up, Dr. Kenneth Fletcher. I will remind Dr. Fletcher that the purpose of the public hearing is just to comment on the action plan itself. It's not subject to anything else outside of it. This is not a public comment section. It's a public hearing. So I will remind Dr. Fletcher of that. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Vice Chairman and members. I missed you all at the last meeting, and it's very important for citizen participation on your part and comments, because without your participation, we might not be able to get federal money for CDBG, HUD, USDA, and GLO. Those are some of the federal sources for the city of Pharr. So thank you very much for your service. I'd like to comment that I didn't see anything. I've been commenting. That's another thing. I believe the current City of Pharr ordinance is left off the public comments incorrectly. So this is a public hearing. And in the December 2017, the Section 108 loan is mentioned in this CAPER report, but lacking is accountability. Who moved exactly, who's the person who's accountable for moving the $2 million, .05 from one account to another without having a public hearing. Again, the federal government wants to have a public hearing before there's any transfer of funds like that. And that has sadly carried on. There's no accountability, transparency that I've been made aware of after trying to inquire of who the person was on the staff that took $42,000 that y'all processed. You spent your time and effort and took it from Boys and Girls Club and put it without a public hearing before the money was transferred over to the parks there. And also lacking in the report, during year 2017, I've been trying to find out what happened to $992,000, almost $1 million of change order for the Pharr Aquatic Center. It's part of the Section 108 inquiry of CAPER 2017, and so far I haven't been satisfied with an answer to that. It turns out if you misuse federal money, you might not be getting it again. So again, your function here is critical. You have to dot the I's and cross the T's when you're borrowing from the feds. And then the 2017 report is full of facts and everything. I'm a little bit disappointed that other citizens aren't reading it. And that brings to mind, I think there's Title VI issues that are involved where the federal government wants everything translated. So, of course, our predominant language is Spanish. And for me, I'd like to have a Title VI designated professional translator present, because sometimes I can't understand the Spanish. When these people that get cut off of their funds that they've had for a number of years, they get really excited and speak quickly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fletcher.
Thank you, Dr. Fletcher. At the moment, with regards to his comments, we are not at liberty to respond to them. However, they have all been addressed. And that's basically all we have. There is no one else signed up for the meeting, public hearing. So we do not need to take any action on this. This is just a requirement by HUD that we have completed, so we're good to go. At this moment, we're free to adjourn.
Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Folks, we're done, right?
Najakalo.
Thank you very much. I know it's a very short meeting, but it's a requirement that we have for now. Once we get back into the new action plan year, we'll be a little bit more detailed with you guys and give you an opportunity to get more input into it and stuff like that. We appreciate you guys coming out here and stuff. And I asked Sonia to get as much information from you guys so we can be in contact with you, emails, cell numbers, things of that nature, so we can hopefully, make sure that we're in contact and get everything done. Anything else, guys, from?
You want it?
Oh, yeah, well, any meeting, actually, yeah. So it's a requirement by law that we have to have a quorum, whether it's a regular meeting or just a public hearing, so that's how we continue to push. There's some members that have kind of been absent or have not participated. We will be making some recommendations to the city council with regard to that, so it's not a burden on you six or to come in at every time, so we'll be making some changes, hopefully. And but again, thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Have a good evening.